Have you ever noticed how certain rumors arrive with a different kind of energy? It's not just what's being said, but the way it's said. Whispers behind the scenes, names that suddenly emerge, and connections that seem small but might just be the start of something huge. Sometimes, everything begins with a photo, a coincidence, or a hidden detail lost among so many headlines. And when those subtle signs begin to align, those paying close attention can feel it straight away. Something big is brewing at St. James Park. In recent days, Newcastle United has appeared frequently on the radar of reliable sources across international media. But it's not about obvious negotiations or publicized movements. Everything is being handled with a level of secrecy that usually signals strategic, well-calculated operations. Behind closed doors, cautious moves, and a growing sense that the club is preparing to make a bold move, one that could reshape the short-term outlook and, more importantly, the club's long-term vision. And if you're the kind of fan who likes to be one step ahead, now is the perfect time to subscribe to the channel. In every video, we dive deep into Newcastle United's backstage to bring you what's really going on behind the headlines, always with clear language, straight analysis, and information from trusted sources. So go ahead, hit that subscribe button and stay with us until the end, because today's news could completely shift your view of the club's next few months. During the football break, some intriguing photos surfaced from Dubai. Among them, one in particular shows Callum Wilson next to a young Swedish player, someone Newcastle scouts have had on their radar for a while. Most people didn't give that image a second look, but those who follow the behind-the-scenes world know these coincidences are rarely just coincidences, and that's where our story begins. So here comes the revelation. According to Fabrizio Romano, one of the most respected journalists in the transfer market, Newcastle United have set their sights on young forward Rooney Bargi of FC Copenhagen, and the situation surrounding the 19-year-old Swede could represent a golden opportunity for the Magpies. Romano reports that Bargi's contract with the Danish club expires at the end of 2025. And so far, there are no signs he plans to renew. This update comes directly from Fabrizio in collaboration with the Danish outlet bold.dk. Romano stated that multiple European clubs are already showing strong interest in the player, but expectations are that Bargi will not extend his contract with Copenhagen. This opens up a different path for Newcastle. Rather than waiting until January to sign him for free, the club could act early and offer a symbolic fee this summer to secure the deal ahead of the competition. It would be a bold but highly strategic move, a chance to jump the queue and land a promising young talent. Rooney Bargi has been gaining recognition over the past 2 years, even with an ACL injury that temporarily stalled his development. Still, the Swede's talent is undeniable. He prefers to play on the right wing and brings standout qualities: pace, close control, solid finishing, and tactical maturity far beyond his years. His profile aligns perfectly with the Newcastle project, especially in their efforts to rejuvenate the squad with long-term assets. And before we dive deeper into the technical aspects of this potential signing, here's another reminder. If you haven't subscribed to the channel yet, this is the time to do it. Your support helps us keep bringing you fast, clear, and trustworthy updates like this. So click that button, turn on notifications, and stay with us until the end, because there's still plenty of hot info ahead. Back to Bargi, one of the big questions is whether he's ready to take on a role in Newcastle's first team. The answer, for now, is still unclear. On one hand, he's young and coming off a serious injury. On the other, the club urgently needs reinforcements on the right wing, and there aren't many affordable options in the market right now. Even if he starts as a rotational piece, this could be a smart investment for the medium to long term. There's also an interesting twist to this whole story. Bargi has reportedly been in touch with Callum Wilson during their rehabilitation period in Dubai. There's no official word on whether the two discussed Newcastle, but UK media sources suggest that Wilson had high praise for the club's facilities and overall project. And in a transfer like this, the human connection and environment can be crucial in shaping the player's final decision. If Newcastle decides to act now, the strategy would be simple yet effective. Make a symbolic offer to Copenhagen this summer and close the deal before the bigger clubs move in. Of course, it comes with some risk, but the upside could be significant, especially when you consider the player's potential and the current state of the European market. It's worth noting that Newcastle's scouting department has had their eye on Bargi for more than a season. He's already appeared in internal reports as an intriguing attacking option. With his contract now nearing its end and renewal talks seemingly stalled, this interest is being reignited and now has the added weight of a Fabrizio Romano report, one of the most trusted voices in world football. If you've made it this far, chances are you're just as curious as we are to see what Newcastle will do in the coming days. Will the Magpies accelerate and make an offer in the next few weeks, or will they wait until January and risk losing out to rivals? One thing's for sure, this story is far from over, and you'll catch every chapter of it right here. First, so once again, if you haven't subscribed yet, now is the perfect time. Here you'll get every Newcastle update with context, credibility, and clarity. We're keeping our eyes on everything behind the scenes and we'll be back as soon as new developments emerge. Don't miss it because this Swedish saga might just end with a surprising twist at St. James Park.